Welcome back to teleSUR English. Now we go live to Colombia as the National Registrar Alexander Vega Rocha is offering live statements. Let's listen.
To my registrars all along the country, we have fulfilled our task as we were commanded. Thank you very much, and big success to democracy. And now the President of the Electoral Council. Good afternoon, everybody. I'd like to report and tell all Colombians that the full room of the National Electoral Council met today at 4 p.m. in order to count the votes. And on Thursday afternoon, we'll be declaring the presidency of the Republic officially. Thank you very much.
Las palabras del registrador nacional Alexander Vega, y vemos también imágenes en el Movistar Arena de grupos de baile cantando, celebrando.
We were listening to the statements of the President and the National Registrar Alexander Vega Rocha, who were offering live updates and also several new informations on this electoral day and also this preliminary count for the presidential elections. The presidential contenders, Gustavo Petro and Rodolfo Hernández, they are the main contenders in this presidential runoff. Also, as we know, there is a new bulletin of the National Electoral Council. In this case, must be bulletin number 12, with 97.06% of the voting stations counted. Also, we can say that there is a slight margin, but we are going to offer you the data. Rodolfo Hernández and Marelen Castillo, they are the right-wing contenders. They have 47.16% of the votes, while Gustavo Petro and Francia Márquez, they are the runners for the left-wing coalition, Pacto Histórico, Historical Pact Coalition. In any case, they have 50.57%. This is a slight margin, this is a slight difference, a discrete difference, we have to say, but it's given the lead to Gustavo Petro and Francia Márquez, also with little over 50% of the votes. In that case, it means 10,984,247 votes, while Rodolfo Hernández and Marelen Castillo have 10 million also, 242,763 votes. This is the latest updates. This is the information at this time, with 97%, over 97% of the votes counted, of the table, the voting stations counted. That's the bulletin number 12 of the National Electoral Council. Now we reiterate this information. The 12th bulletin of the National Electoral Council, with over 97% of the voting stations counted and surveyed, gives the lead, gives the victory, the virtual victory, to Gustavo Petro and Francia Márquez Mina. They are the runners for the Historical Pact Coalition with 50.57%, as well as Rodolfo Hernández and Marelen Castillo, who hold a 47.16% of the votes counted. Less stress and less say the numbers for it to understand, to be understood. Petro has 10,984,247 votes counted, and Rodolfo Hernández has 10,242,763 votes. This is the count so far, this is the survey so far, and I think we have an update. We have a new bulletin, the bulletin number 13. In this case, with 98% of the voting stations counted. In this new count, Rodolfo Hernández has 47.22% of the votes counted, while Gustavo Petro and Francia Márquez, they hold 50.51% of the votes counted. In any case, the difference is getting a little more notorious, is getting a little more displayed and evident, but in any case, we have to wait for the 100 of the votes counted. In this scenario, it's more likely that Gustavo Petro and Francia Márquez Mina will have the top jobs, the top positions in the Colombian government. and we were updating information on Colombia's presidential elections. If you want more, stay with us.